Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Yoga for the Upper Body with Jim. I was thinking today we would focus on primarily just stretching our upper body, not necessarily trying to build strength, but last week we built a lot of strength. So this week I thought we would add in a little more mobility work. But before we get started, let's go ahead and close down our eyes. If you feel like you're in a safe space, if not, you want to keep your eyes open, find a spot on the floor, possibly in front of you, and soften your gaze so that spot is a little out of focus. Once you're settled in, let's take a deep breath in, inhaling to your belly and filling your chest. Audible sigh, exhale, let it all go. Two more, just like that. Inhale. Audible sigh, exhale. One more. Deep inhale. Let your breath return to its natural rhythm. Not trying to control it, just letting it flow. Maybe just taking a moment here to check in and see where possibly you could feel your heartbeat today. Bring your shoulders up to your ears here and let them slowly roll down onto your back. Chest is going to puff out a bit. Slowly let those shoulders come back to where they're over your hips. You'll actually feel like you're kind of tipping back a little bit, and then pull your ears back over your shoulders. Assuming a tall seat, palms are on your knees here. And as we sit with our eyes closed or with a soft gaze, just tune into your inhales and exhales. Maybe it is, you can notice the cooler air on the way in. Warmer exhale across your upper lip. Maybe you notice a gradual rise in your belly. Just stick with your breath here. About 5 more breaths here. Maybe start to gradually lengthen your breath on the inhale and exhale as we start getting ready to start move with our breath. One more breath here. Flutter your eyes open, coming back to the room. Let your hands fall down by your side here. And I want you to take that left hand pushing firmly into the mat. We're going to, on an inhale, we're going to slowly bring that right arm up and over to the left, pushing into the floor with your right glute. Right arm reaches for the opposite side of the room. Hold this for 2 more breaths. Let me exhale. Slowly come back to center. Switching sides. So plant that right hand firmly. Left hand comes back overhead. Inhale. Reach long. Really reaching for that opposite side of the room here. One more deep inhale. And we exhale, slowly come back to center. Notice how your side body feels. Maybe it feels longer or more open, whatever word maybe you want to ascribe to it. Take a deep inhale, exhale. Inhale, we're going to bring both arms up to the sky here. We're going to exhale. We're going to cactus our arms, looking up as we do so. Inhale, back tall. Exhale, cactus your arms one more time. Inhale, tall. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right side with our left hand coming to our right knee, right hand coming behind us. Sitting up tall, and maybe on an exhale, you can deepen that twist just a little bit, looking over your right shoulder. On your next inhale, we're going to come all the way back up to center. Arms come overhead. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, back tall. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms come up high. Exhale, turn to the left. I'm going to take that twist to the left side now. Right hand comes to left knee. Left hand comes behind you. Maybe on this next inhale, you sit up a little taller and twist just a little bit deeper. On your next inhale, come back to center. Arms come up high. Palms come to touch. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, back tall. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, tall. Really reach. Exhale, let your palms come to your knees. Close your eyes down and just take a notice into like your shoulders, side body, maybe all the way down into your middle back from the twist. And just feel inside your body. This takes some practice, so maybe you don't get it right away. But as you practice yoga, you'll come to have a more intimate knowledge and feelings of your body. So just tune in. When you're ready, we're going to go ahead and come off our seat here. I'm going to come to a tabletop, facing whichever way you want. I'm going to go to the left side, kind of back up here. And we're going to come to a tabletop. So we're going to align our shoulders over our wrists, hips over our knees here. Maybe if you have a mirror or camera nearby, maybe someday you can look in and see. Because I think I tend to push my knees too far back sometimes. It happens. So take an inhale here in tabletop, and then exhale. Lower that belly, looking up at the sky for cow pose. And just stay here for a moment. We're not going to go straight to cat. Just stay in cow. I want you to think about cow, and I want you to kind of rotate your arms. I want you to try and rotate your bicep outward in cow. And then in cat, I want you to rotate your arm the opposite way, and we're going to exhale to cat here and rotate the opposite way and really push into your mat. Notice the spread across your upper back here. And then inhale to cow. Again, engage that slight rotation as you're moving. Exhale to cat. Slight rotation in your arms. Exhale. Inhale. Take a couple of those cat cows on your own and just notice what that adding that arm does. Let you open your chest just a little bit more, or open your upper back just a little bit more. And we're going to meet in a neutral tabletop here. And I want you to reach your hands forward. Let's say an extra 2 hands widths. Right here. And we're going to go into what's a 3/4 dog. Since we're upper body, we're going to try and isolate the lower, right? So we're going to take our hands forward and make a down dog with your hands and your back with your knees on the ground. And I want you to push into the floor with your hands enough so that you'll feel your wrist come up. And then reach, rotate your shoulders. If your shoulders come out of their sockets a little bit up towards your ears, let your shoulders come back down on the back. Get them out of your ears. And just stay here for a minute. 2 more breaths. We're going to come out of this and we're going to push ourselves into our plank. Right? So much like when you're in a down dog in a normal yoga class, the plank is, completely one movement. So if you come back, you can push back to downward dog here. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, down dog. Now, when you're pushing back to down dog or inhaling to plank, really engage that core. It'll help you do this. So inhale to forward to plank with that core engaged. Keep it engaged as you come to plank. Then exhale. Use your core to pull you up and back to downward facing dog. Let's do 2 more of those. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale back to down dog. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale down dog. Reach. And this time we're going to inhale forward to plank. And we're going to exhale, lower yourself all the way down to the ground, engaging those triceps, keeping those elbows in as close as you can by your side here. Take another breath here. And now we're going to inhale up to cobra. And again, cobra, right? Push your hips into the ground. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but you're going to take your hips. Let me exaggerate a little bit. So your hips are up here. Push them into the ground. Little to no weight in the hands. Peel your chest up. Don't push with your arms. Hips into the ground, thighs engaged, lift your chest up off the ground, looking slightly forward here, and exhale, lower your head back down to the ground. Inhaling to plank. Exhale, 3/4 down dog. Two more breaths in down dog. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale, let's lower one more time. Inhale, hips go into the ground. Chest peels off the ground here. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Inhale, plank. Exhale, 3/4 down dog, 2/3 down dog, whatever name you want to give this. And then go ahead and bring your big toes to touch. Push your hips back to your heels here, finding child's pose. Take a little bit of a breather here. Maybe get a drink of water if you need one, or again, early morning class, maybe you need a little bit of coffee. Unless you're watching on the East Coast, maybe it's like 10 a.m. Now we're going to move into some slower movements. Now we're going to work on our shoulder mobility. I think you know that probably means we're going to go to do some Sphinx. We're going to do some stick in the mud, opening up our chest and shoulder. Maybe we'll do a little bit of bow tie. We'll probably end seated today with our hand behind our back. So when you're ready, go ahead and come forward onto your chest, onto your belly and chest. Let me pull my shirt down. Come to a Sphinx pose here. Let your arms be out at a figure 11. Shoulders, and again, push your hips into the mat to engage that lower back and take the pressure off of it. And we're not going to stay here very long because I know there are people that have sensitive lower backs. We're going to take our right hand here. Right hand. Let me scoot back a little bit. It's kind of dark over this corner. We're going to have to get a new light. Slide that right hand under your left here. Let me turn around now. This pose is kind of hard to show on the video. So we're going to take right hand, slide right hand underneath your left arm, and we're going to slowly let your chest come down onto your bicep here. And maybe this is as far as you get. Maybe you want to go a little bit further. This is going to stretch that upper back and shoulder muscle, backside shoulder. And maybe this is too much. Just kind of roll over onto the side to where you're comfortable here. We're going to be here for a couple minutes to hold this, though, to try and open up that shoulder a little bit. I know back in the 4 times when I first started doing yoga, this really was hard for me. Working at a desk in a computer engineering field, it just got tough. It was tough. And these shoulder exercises, if for pretty much anyone that works at a desk anymore or hunches over your phone or, watch TV on your couch, are a great way to help you open up your chest and back, let you sit up taller, have better posture. All right, one more breath here in this side, and we're going to go to stick in the mud this time. We're not going to go straight to the left. So we're going to finish up the right side before we go to the left. So we're going to inhale, roll back over onto that left elbow and forearm, unwind the right arm out, and just bring it out to a T here for now. Let your forehead come to the mat and bring your left hand in by your face. Take a good breath, couple breaths here though. Don't try to go straight into the stick in the mud. Stuck in the mud. I really should feel what Namath's pose is. And then when you're ready, start to push into that left hand and rolling over towards your right side. Hey, maybe this is as far as you get today, about a third of the way up. Maybe halfway up, and this is it. And you'll notice that tightness across your shoulder and chest. Keep that right knee on the ground. Or maybe you could come and stack that right knee on top of the left knee and come all the way up here on your right side. And like I said, when I first started yoga, this was very difficult. And it seems to also be more difficult for genders. I don't know exactly why that is. And maybe that's just what I've noticed in my classes. Notice I did not cue putting your left leg behind your right knee. And I want you to take this a little bit easy so you can stay in the pose a little bit longer. About 5 more breaths on this side, and we'll transition to the left. Last breath here. And slowly let yourself come back to your belly. And we're just going to stay here for a minute before we move. Let your right temple come down. And again, that when we finish poses, sometimes that observance, just take a minute and notice how you feel in that area of the body. When you're ready, we're going to slowly slide that right arm in. Might be a little stiff. Coming to your right elbow and then left elbow and Sphinx here. Again, make sure in Sphinx you push your hips down into the mat. And we're going to take our left hand this time and we're going to slide it under our right tricep. And we're going to slowly lower down. Maybe this is as far as you get. Slowly lower until you find your 5 out of 10. If you feel a sharp pain, please back out or get out of the pose. But just find where you're at. Maybe you can let that left shoulder come all the way down. Take all the weight out of your right elbow. Again, you should feel this across your upper back and left back shoulder. Again, just take your attention and maybe you can notice how your shoulder and back feels in the pose. Just trying to build up that skill. We tend to spend so much time out of our body and not noticing subtle differences unless it's pain. Let's do 3 more breaths on this side. All right, slide that right elbow back in. Lean into your right elbow and forearm here. Peel out the left, and we're going to take it straight out to a T. I am going to do the yoga shuffle here and spin around so I don't show my back to you. Ooh, we're almost out of time, folks. But we're going to take a moment here, and then we'll push over onto, bring your right hand by your left face. Roll over onto your side. And we're going to stay here through the end of class. Got my beard there. That doesn't feel good. About 5 more breaths on this side. As you're ready, go ahead and roll back onto your belly here. And you can roll back over onto your back from this spot. Take a moment before you do. And I'm going to talk while you guys set up for your own Shavasana. You can just stay there for a couple minutes and apologize now that I ran so much over. But I'm going to come to a comfortable seat and just give you a couple things. Thank you so much for joining me today. I bow to you.